Yeah, I think I had a really, really big insight at one point when David was talking about how, I don't remember exactly what we were talking about that kind of triggered it, but I was really starting to see that it's never about my relationship with Armelle or with someone else that is the cause of my feelings. It's always about my relationship with God. And then I project that out onto the screen and think that it has to do with the form and with some kind of drama that's going on. And yeah, and there was one thing I wanted to share that I didn't get a chance to share, but there was like this little seeming mini drama that came up last week where between Armelle and I, where I shared these private thoughts with her that I had been having, like these like sexual thoughts coming up about other women, and specifically I had this, like, I noticed that I was feeling like this kind of surface level attraction to Cecilia, and that this thought kept coming into my mind, like, I think I'm attracted to her, but I was feeling like that's really bad, and I have to, like, it was like I was trying to stuff it away. And I shared that with Armelle, and then it brought up a lot of like jealousy and stuff, and we had to work through all that. But today when we were all talking, I had an insight that, like, it was really like what really was happening for me, and even up till like this last couple days, like I've still felt a little bit awkward around you, Cecilia. Like I've still felt sort of like I don't know, like I still felt like something was still sort of feeling awkward, and I didn't know what to do with it. Like it was almost like I was afraid to look at Cecilia, just because I was afraid that like sexual thoughts would come into my mind again, and I was like afraid of that. And the insight I had today was that all it really was that it's like the ego tempting me to believe in it, to believe in the separation, to believe that there's something better than God. And the moment that I bite on that, which happens seemingly on this like deep level of my mind, then it shows up in like something that seems to be happening on the screen, and the ego just attaches it to someone or something. And in this case it was like this temptation to believe that there's some value in sexuality, and there really is no value in sexuality, but that it was like I still believe that there is, and so it was popping up, and then it was being put onto Cecilia as if like it was making me feel like I was mentally cheating on Armelle. And what I saw today is that it's really just the ego telling me that I'm cheating on God, like I'm choosing something other than God, and so it's like this deep feeling of cheating on God. And that I've never really been sexually attracted to anyone. Like really, like that's not really ever happened. It's just, that's what the ego keeps telling me, is you're a bad boy because you're sexually attracted to women, and etc. Because it's just trying to hide the fact that I'm really just believing in something other than heaven. And once I saw that, I was like, wow, like I've never really been sexually attracted to anyone. I just was being told that I was. And then I felt this release, like everything on the screen is neutral and meaningless, and I've just been being duped for a long time, it seems. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll also talk about the context for holy relationship, that it has to be a context or a structure or something like that, like monogamy or fidelity, because all those relationships are like, we are matched up for the undoing, for the healing, and it's important to have trust in each other, and to have a safety place to be allowed to express everything, because it's by exposing all the private thought that really we can heal the mind. And it's important to have a safe place to do it, and being like welcome to do it. And so there were something important David talked about, like monogamy or fidelity, and agreements, talking about some agreements between both of them. That can just be for a while, or that can be just really like for the whole relationship. And some assignment, maybe sometimes that came to like leader follower or something, I don't know. For me, like the insight yesterday was really that relationship is not about relationship. I mean, it's really for the healing and only for the healing, and there is really nobody, like, I mean, there is no Armelle, there is no Erik, and the most important thing, I think, is really allowing the heart to open, and even if it seems to take another form than the one that we thought it will take, it's allowing that to be too, because we are here ready for that, just remembering love that we are, and yeah. I think that's it.
Oh, beautiful. Anybody else from the workshop today? That was wonderful. Thank you both for opening up and sharing with us. That's fantastic. We talked about temporary assignments, that people are given assignments that they can handle, and there will be temptations, and it is a discipline, but it wouldn't matter whether you were taking yoga or Tai Chi or golf or tennis or diet disciplines or whatever, that anything in form is really ultimately a mind training discipline, and you will have to work on disciplining the mind. That's what mind training is about, and it's highly individualized. But in the context of a couple, there are shared agreements that you can talk about, and it's very important. We even talked about, you may have agreements that you agree upon, and then you may have a sense that that agreement may come to an end, and then even agreeing how you will handle the ending of it in a very loving, gentle, positive way, which can be very helpful, as opposed to things like prenuptial agreements where everything is legal and there's penalties and, you know, typical the way the world handles everything, a very cut and dry thing. But actually the value of communication and handling agreements, and how you will, if something comes to an end, how you will agree to do it.